You guys are listening to the Masculinity Show, a podcast for introverts to become more masculine and get the body of an alpha male. And of course, get more mentally healthy and get that seducer's mindset, if you get me. And lastly, I help guys become more desirable and get the mindset of a seducer. Let's get into the podcast. Before I get into the episode, understand that you are getting a lot of lines today. All right? Now, that goes without saying, you guys. Don't beat yourself up if you're not on the level of just being charismatic, all right? Guys, I practiced my game for years and talking to a lot of people and shit. You don't need status to pull this off. And you don't need to have Adam's naughty tonality, if you get me, to pull this off either. So, before I get into the episode, understand that my podcast is sponsored by Become the Alpha Woman Want. Now, what can it actually override all of that shit, right? What overrides all these lines, okay? What is the answer, Adam, to just pull every sequence off that I can on the level of basically being way more charismatic, sticking to my guns, but more importantly, showing that masculine mindset, as I always talk about on my show consistently. That is alpha congruence. Okay, alpha congruence. Now, I want you all to understand something, okay? You hear my tone? Listen to my tone. Listen. Guys, listen closely. I love each and every one of you, and I want you to understand that alpha congruence always wins when you're no longer dependent on the reactions of others. You are now a badass, because badasses, you guys, badasses are internally validated. Okay, they are internally validated. All right, that means, you guys, everything that I teach you today, you never say this shit to try to impress her, right? That's the caveat to all these sequences. I talk about playful disqualifiers and even breaking rapport. All right, I'll get into that in a second, but understand this. You never rely on her opinion of you to feel full. You're internally validated when you implement all of this shit. I love you guys. Let's get into the episode. You guys, this is my general attitude when I'm out attracting a girl. Okay, so listen up. When I'm out attracting a girl, I always think this in the back of my head. I think, well, what do we have here? This little girl has no idea what a kind of charming asshole she just met and how irresistible she's going to find my unique brand of teasing sarcasm and pushing her away, mixed in with my piercing eye contact, deep, attentive insights, and total, raw, blunt, playful, amused, conversational flow. I'm going to make her earn it. Give her a little, then take it away. And make her earn it even more. And only then, when she really begins to prove herself, it is going to be the deeper conversation is going to actually start happening. All right? You get me? So, understand that you've got to get her qualifying, right? Get her qualifying. Now, let's go, you guys. First off, I want to start out with playful disqualifying. All right? Playful disqualifying. Let's say, for example, she tells you wherever she's from. Doesn't matter where. Let's say the Valley. I don't give a fuck. I just came up with it. I pulled that out of my own ass. All right? Wait. You're from the Valley? That's cool. But really kind of sad. Because we could never date now. I would never drive over to the hell. Well, actually, I meant the Valley. To see you. And we both know long distance never works. Here's one of my all-time favorites that I use with cocky girls, right? They try to play my game. I say, I can't believe someone as interesting as you is single. Crazy. Do something about this right now. Come on. Let's look around the venue and find you a man. All right, now, that right there is powerful stuff. Believe me, especially if she's single and she's behaving kind of cocky. Now, let's move forward, you guys. I just told you about Playful disqualifiers, right? I gave you my mindset of how I think when I'm going out to practice social skills. And I'm going to tell each and every one of you something. When I really start flirting, understand that I make it about her, right? Why are you doing this to me? You're the worst. Seriously, stop it. Don't give me that look. Are you trying to hypnotize me with your eyes? Don't be so much fun. I told you already. I don't date girls I meet at bars. Clearly, you've proven yourself to be a fun woman. But seriously, do you seduce every guy like this? It's all your fault. They have a lot going on down there. Oh, snap. You know what? I totally started out with some advanced shit, you guys. So, again, be mindful of the fact that you're going to be using that later in the interaction. So, understand this, you guys. Understand this. That's when you see her, like, kind of qualifying herself to you that you want to use that. Okay? And she's kind of, like, already giving you 3 signs of attraction, like dilated pupils. And more importantly, she has her toes pointed towards you, right? Guys, interest can be in the feet, you guys. If you look at her feet, if her feet are pointed towards you, then obviously that's a good sign that she's into you. But more importantly, you guys, don't overthink body language, because a lot of times guys do overthink that. But here's a good way to actually look for submissive girls. That is, she kind of looks down and then looks at you. All right, now I'm going to keep moving forward. All right, keep moving forward. It's time that I tell you about the reformed rake. Ooh, fuck. Damn, you know, I'd said this before, but I'll say it again. Look at her in the eyes, right? Look at her in the eyes. Give her the puppy eyes, you guys. Give her the puppy eyes. Listen to me. I want you to give her the puppy eyes. Guys, I had this really, really, really awesome TikTok where I show you how to dilate your pupils. Yes, you guys, I have a video on how to dilate your pupils. Just look at my article called How to Flirt with Your Eyes and Charm Women Fast. Okay, look for that one on the free articles in the show notes. So, I kind of dilate my pupils, right? And then I say, can you help me? I think I might be going through a problem. Now, any woman would obviously, they would jump at the opportunity. They would fucking jump at the opportunity. And then you say this. You know, I have this part of me that is completely addicted to sex. This part of me is called the reformed rake. I cannot date anyone. You seem like trouble anyways, right? She's going to ask you what the reformed rake is. She will, you guys. She will. Believe me, she will. Well, the reformed rake, you don't want to know what it is. I mean, she'll probably insist that she wants to know. Okay, here's what it is. It's a seducer type. This seducer type has a bad reputation. And like I said, I cannot date anyone. Maybe I can make an exception for just one kiss. But be careful, okay? Be careful. Because I'm a passionate kisser. The last girl I kissed before you wished I didn't stop. All right, let's keep moving forward, you guys. Let's keep moving forward. Man, I'm giving you some advanced shit already. Let's kind of dial it down, and let's talk about breaking rapport, all right? As I said on the intro, right? I talked about breaking rapport. Again, first off, the comfort comes first, okay? Comfort comes first before breaking rapport, all right? So, she's feeling comfortable. You both are vibing and you're getting along, all right? You just say some shit like this. Gosh, I can't even talk to you anymore. You're too sweet. You just seem so innocent. I don't want to corrupt your life. Do you know why you and me would never get along? I'm far too adventurous for you. I'm not sure you can keep up with me anyways. Right? Breaking rapport, you guys. That's breaking rapport. All right, let's go. Listen to me. If I meet a yoga instructor, I would obviously use that as a reason to not get along. You don't want to come across as that guy who just wants to buy her shit. Okay, because that right there is like basically turning into a fucking prostitute. That's not cool, you guys. Don't buy a girl's shit. That right there is not cool, okay? It gets her feeling highly uncomfortable, all right? I'm telling you, I've seen guys do this at bars and clubs, and when they buy woman shit, they get highly uncomfortable, okay? Believe me, they get uncomfortable. All right, let's say I'm talking to a yoga instructor and I find out very quickly that she is a yoga instructor. I have like my hand on my forehead, right? I'm shaking my head. I'm like, I just can't believe you're a yoga instructor. And she's like, well, why? Why can't you believe that? And I say, well, I don't think we can be friends anymore. And she's like, well, you don't want to be friends? Like what? And I say, well, obviously, I would hold crow pose longer than you, and you get jealous. Throw a yoga brick at my fucking face, and it would turn out to be a mess. It's too bad because you're somewhat attractive. Oh man, did you guys notice that backhanded compliment? It's kind of like a neg right there. But I'll say, you guys, real quick, girls do respond well to negs. Gotta be careful though, because as you heard on my interview with Hannah, it kind of depends on who the girl is. Because as you can tell, you guys, Hannah is one of those chicks who kind of likes that vulnerable connections kind of thing. So let's keep moving forward. All right. So here's what I want to say to each and every one of you. When I am escalating with a girl, this is what I do. Okay, I pull her in physically and I say, you're so cute the way you smile. And then I push her gently and I say, stop giving me that sexy glance. Okay, I'll say that one more time. Pull her in physically and I tell her, you're so cute the way you smile. And I push her gently and I say, stop giving me that sexy glance. All right, so push then pull. I'll say that. All right, I'm going to actually put it into one sentence now so you can kind of get where I'm coming from now. You're so cute the way you smile. Stop giving me that sexy glance. Man, I'm onto your tricks, little girl. I'm onto your tricks, little girl. You got to stop giving me that sexy glance. That sexy glance, not going to fly with me. You know, you're fun to talk to. It's too bad I'm not attracted to you. All right, you guys, that right there is push-pull. So I talked about reformed break. I talked about push-pull. I talked about breaking rapport. I even talked about some playful disqualifiers. Oh, shit, I'm about to get into pacing and leading. Oh, fuck. All right, guys, listen to me. This next sequence is kind of advanced. I covered this on my article, or not on my article, on my episode called How to Influence Women Effectively. And I pretty much said this whole sequence on that episode, but I want to tell you guys something. You have to get her kind of being real, right? You want to be real with her. You don't want to do too much breaking rapport. You don't want to do too much playfully disqualifying. You want to be real with her, okay? You want to be authentic, all right? Full, raw, blunt, honest transparency will always win, all right? It will always fucking win. Now, as I said, I don't like vulnerability. I really don't. You guys know this already. All right. If you heard my episode with Hannah called How to Demonstrate Vulnerability, I always say how that's like my favorite topic, but going to tell you guys a little slick way to get girls to open up with you. So you just simply say to her, it must be tough for you out there. And then you let it sit, right? It must be tough for you out. And then after that, she's going to ask, well, what do you mean, Adam? What do you mean? You say, well, it's not like you're out there looking for a man, but obviously you like to meet one if it happened. It's kind of like every guy is impressively uninteresting or a douchebag, but every once in a while you meet someone who seems interesting, but all of the loser boyfriends in your past make you question him, right? She's gonna want to know what you mean again. So she's gonna be like, oh, all right, so Adam, like, can you tell me more? Can you just tell me more, Adam? And I'll often say to her, well, do you want my input? And she'll obviously ask, yeah, sure, I'd like your input on what guys I would like to be with, right? I would say, trust your instincts. We all had shit happen to us in our past, but not letting that cloud your judgment about someone new and interesting would be unfair to him and you. So that one right there, you guys, is, again, kind of advanced. Take note on that one, that you have to be prepared for anything, all right? And understand that after that, I would recommend teasing her a little bit. Just be like, well, you're really the pick of the litter, aren't you? All right? Because that one there, you're kind of doing some building rapport with that one. Okay, you're building rapport with that one. Guys, pacing is rapport. Leading is you leading her to where she wants to be led. In essence, you're demonstrating a strong masculine presence. Now, let's keep moving forward, you guys. All right, I want to talk to you guys about eye contact. All right, eye contact. Now, do me a favor and go into the show notes. Find my article called "How to Flirt with Your Eyes and Charm Women Fast." Okay. Now, this is what I say to her. Right. I say to her right now. Look at yourself in the mirror and practice your eye contact. But let's just say, for instance, I'm talking to a chick. All right. Doesn't matter who. I don't give a fuck who it is. Dilating my pupils. All right, I dilate them, guys. Guys, this took a shit ton of practice, but I said this on a few episodes ago. I forget which one I said it on. What did I say? Was it 3 powerful cold reads? Yeah, that one, I think. All right. It takes practice, you guys, but you have to work on really having the puppy eye look, all right? You look at her and you say, "Hi, I'm Adam. I'm actually really shy, but I'm kind of intrigued by your eyes. Are you trying to say something?" You guys, obviously, do you understand why that would work? Because girls respond to subtleties, okay? Subtleties. That right there is going to work. Okay, that one is tested time and time again. Works every fucking time, all right? A lot of these other ones that I said, like about that pacing and leading, you have to be mindful of when to implement that one, because that one requires that you already have a level of comfort, and you've already broken rapport, and you've already built some attraction before you implement that fucking pacing and leading shit. But understand, you guys, understand that this one here, I would always use. Always. Okay, this is so good. I'm Adam. I'm actually shy. But I'm, in a way, I'm kind of intrigued by your eyes. Are you trying to say something? Guys, the reason why this works with me is because I have that cocky mentality, as you can already tell. And girls will obviously be like, "Oh, those eyes are so fucking cocky, Adam. That you're so full of shit." Obviously, that they would hit me on the arm at that point, and I'd say, "Well, what is this? Like, do you really think you can get away with looking at me like that? You gotta stop making me weak in the knees. They'll bust off my fucking body, and I'll have to hold you accountable for my fucking knee injury." Now, that's just an obviously, you guys, I'm busting her chops, all right? That one right there is, again, I want you to find my article, How to Flirt with Your Eyes and Charm Women Fast. That one is where I had that sequence in. But let's keep moving forward. Again, find my TikTok where I show my puppy eyes, and I show you how to dilate those pupils. Good stuff, you guys. All right. You know what? What the hell? I'll put that article in the show notes. So, it's time for the finger length routine. Fuck. Man, talking fast. You know what? I kind of realized after that interview with Michael Sartain that he took one of my favorite fucking sequences that I would always use with girls, you guys. I love thumb wrestling. I always thumb wrestle with girls. So I want to give you guys this finger length routine. All right? So I lift up her hand, right? I say, just look, let me see your hand for a second. Interesting. Do you know that if your ring finger is longer than the index finger, it means you have a lot of testosterone in your system when you were younger? Did you know that? And she'll be like, really? And say, yeah. So I flip her hand over, right? And I'd say, look, this right here, right? You tend to be more assertive. You go after whatever the fuck you want to go after, right? If the index finger is longer than the ring finger, it means you have a lot of estrogen in your system when you are developing, and it tends to make you more girly and fun. You probably like to pink, and you'd make a good mom. All right, so again, I'll say that one more time, you guys. Finger length routine. Let me see your hand for a second. Interesting. Did you know that if your ring finger is longer than the index finger, it means you have a lot of testosterone in your system when you were younger? You tend to be more assertive. You go after what you want. If the index finger is longer than the ring finger, it means you have a lot of estrogen in your system when you were developing, and it tends to make you more girly and fun. You probably like the pink. You definitely make a good mom. All right, you guys, that's it for me, this podcast today. So this is what I covered. I covered playful disqualifiers. I covered reformed RAKE sequence. I covered breaking rapport, right? Remember to build comfort before you break rapport, right? And then push-pull, right? some physical push-pull, pacing and leading. And lastly, you guys, I talked about the look of desire. Oh, shit, one more. Guys, I over-delivered finger length routine. And I gave you that mindset that I always have when I go out. Man, I think I talked about, was that 8? Maybe 9. I don't know, you guys, but that was a lot. All right, I love you guys. Peace out. You are awesome. What's up, brothers? I'm super grateful for you, the listener, to basically tune into my podcast. And quite frankly, I just want you all to know that if you validate me and leave me a 5-star review, I will basically love you forever. I know that was kind of weird, but I don't really give a shit. Guys, leave me a 5-star review. Look, do me a favor and just leave me a 5-star review. Okay? And honestly, if you don't, I remain internally validated. Like, I don't give a fuck. Alright? Just do me a favor and look in the show notes. Look at that video where I demonstrate powerful eye contact. And you can see how to dilate your pupils. Alright, guys. Peace out. I love you.